Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. So, last time we kind of explored this entire area, we explored Copper Lane. This time we're going to head off to either First Fires or we're going to head off to Brackenbury. I think Brackenbury is the one we want to head off to because First Fires is where we need to go for our main quest. And I always find it best in every RPG, I'm sure many of you do as well, to go and explore absolutely everything that you can without progressing any of the story forward. Because that way you get to find all the side quests, you get to find all the cool stuff, you get to find any alternate routes of doing things. Although I suspect we've already locked off some alternate routes of doing things based upon what's already happened, but anyway, let's continue on.
I've never been to Nasitak. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
Okay, cool. Now, we don't know much about Brackenbury, I don't think. I was trying to figure out what this paladin's got in his hand, but it appears to just be a burning torch that's dripping. Interesting. Is this an inn? Ooh, that could be somewhere cool to go. So, can we see the map? Oh, we can see the entire map to start with. So this is a much smaller area, interestingly. We have the Charred Barrel. We have Raiment Manor. We know something about Raiment Manor, because that's where the thieves were going to go and break in. Okay. We have House Dominel. I don't think we know about that. We have Hadret House. I'm sure I've heard Hadret before. Ondra's Gift. That's just the next area, I think. And then we've got the sanitarium. Let's check our quests. So, that one's not important. That one's not important. This one, not important, not important. This one, not important. Okay. 2-story job. So, this one was Raiment Manor. So, letter would be of interest to Lord Raiment and someone with the initials AD. So, this is the White March one in Raiment Manor, which we probably want to find. I want to know who AD is. So, we'll probably do that at some point. And then... So this one's in First Fires, and this one's Catacombs. I don't know where I've heard Hadret before. Was that Call to Court? Oh no, that's just we should go to the court. Okay, that's fine. Offra... Ooh, wait, I think I know where I've heard Hadret before. Was Hadret... How far back can we go? I think Hadret might have been... that might have been the merchant that we met in the camp at the very, very, very beginning. Remember the merchant that came with us and we had to save him from, we saved him from the Glenfathans. And then we went into that temple. And then when the lady, I think it was Calliska or Callicila or something like that, betrayed us, Hadret was with us until the end, and then he disappeared and he died. He didn't disappear, he was just dead. So if that's Hadret's house, that would imply that that is where his family live? Because he said he was from a merchant family, so maybe we can go and speak to them. Let's head into the inn across the road from here, because I suspect that that's where we're going to find who AD is. Okay. We got Thiston, who looks like he's wearing similar gear to Durston. So, it could be the same type of priest. Got a noble. Let's talk to him. He said, heartless bitch. Thristwin. The young elf is dressed in a gaudy robe that he seems ready to cast off. He picks up a heavily brooched sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you hear about, then save yourself the trouble. He puffs up his chest but glances at the exit. What are you talking about? Relaxes. Oh, if you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Ondra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send him her way. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee. And a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. A couple 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and the lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Go on. Anyway, We always split the bounty until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off some noble. It's an Iguathan medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck. I mean, even if I wanted to, I couldn't go home without it. Sagani's brow furrows in pity. That's a hard thing. Tell me more about your situation. He picks at the hem of his sleeve. What do you want to know? What makes this medallion important to you? I grew up in Glenfath with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glenfathans have protected Iguathan ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty that the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clan mates scattered to towns around the Dyrwood, and probably live on crusts of bread. He looks at his embroidered robes with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favour, and so return for home. This reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Tell me about Cyril. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast, over in Andra's Gift. She wasn't born to much, but she's done what she has to in order to escape that. He gazes at the string of amber beads around his wrist. She's a good friend. He folds his arms in trailing wrinkled sleeves. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan. The way of life we've held to for generations. Yeah, you seem like you've done well enough for yourself. He clenches his heavily adorned hands. It was this, or scraped behind the gutters like the rest of my clan. I'd give it all for the medallion. I offer to, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Cyril knows it. So, I don't understand why you can't take your money and return to Glenfath. He sighs, arching his neatly plucked eyebrows. Of course I could, but that's not the point. The community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. Makes circles with his wrist. Like an anchor, defending the ruins for the gods gives us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does that make any sense to you? You know what? I think it does. He smiles and nods slowly. Then you know what it's like. How to care for something you can't explain. That's all I wanted to ask. Yeah. I'll see about getting that medallion for you. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her this day is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya. He fidgets with his sleeve. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Ah, okay. We can do that. No problem. Abelhart Skerrington. Or Skerrion. Abelhart. That's not going to be AD, but... hello.
Gods keep you.
The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect a life spent in the wilderness. Well met. What brings you to the Charred Barrel? Is this your place? It's my retirement. He thumps the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who'd never had any luck pawning it off of my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind, and the kith from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin's as good as anyone else's. Who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubbed chin. Crossed the White March half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Then Bog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cleaver and a few of other friends in the Knights helped me get the right to refurbish the place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea blue ease. He raises a mug. What more could a man want? Oh, okay, show me your menu. I mainly want to see what his beds are like. Perception, stealth, intellect, will? That's 10 will, but that's will's out of 100, so it's kinda reasonable. I think I'm fine. Now, this time I just want to point out, you can actually hire adventurers if you want to. We're not going to. I think I pointed it out before. And we could go and get a lot of that stuff. I don't think we need to rest right now. I mean, we could rest. Maybe we'll rest after having a look around the rest of the area. What we got back here? We got the cook. Let's go downstairs. Okay, it looks like there's some people meeting down here. Bunch of bandits. Hello. Just having a little chat with my associates. Okay, what's this? The proprietor has collected a respectable variety of bottles from around the world, from tart Edir reds to sweet summer wines of the rare too. Flask of the infamous Soulburn of the Deadfire Archipelago are next to crystal clear Nastaki and Lenfelin spirits.
Slow and silent.
Yeah, it doesn't let us anything here. So, let's head upstairs, I think. Oh no, there's a stage we can have a look at first. Nobles, understudy. The scripts and props belong to a production of The Most Unfortunate Tale of Favia and Burnett. Hello. Understudy. And though it may splinter my soul, I will. Okay. Let's head up, I guess. Okay, we got Pirate up here. New. A whole bunch of Kickstarter ones. The map of the Dyrwood in Aird Lenfath appears to predate the discovery of some of the ruins in the east. It's signed by Askerian. Oh, so that's the proprietor's stuff. Pirates, Mirwith. Hello. Mirwith watches you through coal-rimmed glasses. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels from her wrist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best we keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? Mirwith raises an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb. And Skirian, don't ask too many questions. You don't look like a Brackenbury local. I'm a sailor, she gives you a half smile. And a liberator of certain goods. Mirwith casually fingers a large earring. Nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. I'll go then. Okay, I get the idea. This map charts routes through the White March. Okay, great. This isn't stealing, so let's have a look. Nature's Mark. We will give that to you. Not sure if you can use it, or if it's useful, but we'll have a look. And this is... if we can get the pixel. A water jug fashioned from white clay. Oh, okay. Is this stealing? That is stealing. Okay. Well, time to leave, I guess. Yeah. By leave, I of course mean we're gonna stay here for the night, because we need to get our health back up to full, but that's fine. Okay, nobody wants to speak. That's fine. We could speak to Durance.
Ready when you are.
In fact, I think we will speak to Durance. Does something ail you? I want to ask some questions.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
So these are still unhighlighted, so can we talk about them? Was it religion, region, history? Oh, okay, I want to know about the salvation. When the Animancers tried to place animal souls into children, Durance snarls, if you ever needed proof of their trespasses, that alone speaks to it. Wademan may have taken a god, but to put an animal inside the vessel of a child, Durance shakes his head, his face wrinkling in disgust. Animancy is madness. Worse, it took too long to see it for the crime that it was. I first heard tales, the Orlands suffering first. He chuckles, ruefully then sneers. Like they always do, animals within animals compounding the madness. If we were in Orlan we could talk to him about that, but did you see what happened? First it was a woman. Gonna chalk that up to the female weakness. Then the Catsmen. Gonna chalk that up to them being animals. His hand tightened to the staff. Then more and more souls ended up at their claws. Durance's gaze hardens. I would have given anything to place them within a cage with those who they saved, and see their craft shake the craftsmen, let the children tear the tormentors apart. I can only give a taste of what they should suffer. It is meager fare from us both. I want to ask about the region and its history, but we don't have anything more, so I want to ask about something else.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
That one seems to say we have more in region history, but I don't think we do. We do have more in Magrin, though. Don't we? No, we don't.
I, sus-
Region history, no. I think we're finished there as well.
I suspect
Durance? Yeah, I think it's Durance. I think we've heard about Ashfall. Yeah, let's start with Durance as an odd name. We can circle back to Ashfall if we don't get anything by the end. No more than Watcher. Durance is not a name, it's his title. What does it mean? Durance snorts. What does Watcher mean? Durance is something sacred of Magrin. One of her memories, perhaps, a branch of teaching. He taps his staff lightly as if remembering, then shrugs. Let us not waste time talking of it. We have not shared the road and fire long enough. And this teaching of Durance, well, Durance is not a popular chapter of the faith. I have other questions. You don't dress like a priest, and your robes look like they were touched by fire. Keep troubling me, and I may extend a tithe bowl for each question. Not questions. Let us keep the road until the next campfire.
Hey.
Okay, cool. We'll definitely come back to him. Okay, so we got a few more people outside because it's daytime. Just double checking there wasn't anybody else around here. We got a noble and another noble talk about a show. Okay. We've got that statue. Back here we've got something that we can pick up. We've got the window we could go in by, right? I'm going to quick save. See what happens when I click the window. Ooh. It's... My curiosity is definitely there. Do I want to do it in daylight, or do I want to wait? I'm thinking. Let's do it. Let's be brazen. Okay, let's do it. Straight in. Oh, what was... Could we check the... There was a... We got a letter, so we could definitely check the letter, right? Because it said how to do it, so we could try and follow its instructions. Is it in our stash? It might be in our stuff here. Thieves' letter. Contact inside the Raiment Manor will leave second story window ajar. He's confirmed the location of the Heart of the White March is in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Raiment moves the jewel. AD. I want to have a look. Grappling hook. Cast your grappling hook and it catches on the windowsill. The rope remains taut as you pull your weight on it. Let's climb it. Bracing your legs against the wall, you climb the rope. You perch atop the windowsill and steady yourself against the frame while the breeze cools your back. You detect movement inside the house. Blinking, your eyes adjust to the dim interior. You slip inside the manor. Okay.
Slow and silent.
Ready when
We're
you
going to
are.
move alone, I think, just now. We may just take anything that is interesting to us. Book. The Eketh Null. The Eketh Null is a group both fascinating and dangerous. An ancient druidic order, its beliefs fall well outside what the average person might imagine of druids. Though the details are sketchy, the Eketh Null would seem to have originated in the White March, as the order itself consists mainly of dwarfs. The traditional druidic chants of the Eketh Null speak of people as a collective whole, and that they created a necessary balance through their strict adherence to the purity of their line. This has been interpreted by historical chroniclers to mean there was a time when only dwarfs were allowed to be in the Eketh Null. Residing now in Twin Elms, records of the Eketh Null date back to well before the settlement had arrived at its present name. In fact, some information places them in Twin Elms before even the Glenfathans arrived. If this is truly the case, the Eketh Null are one of the oldest druidic orders in existence. Their beliefs don't conform to what is normally viewed as a druidic viewpoint. Sacrifice, blood, fire, and intense drive for balance in all things, well beyond most druidic standards, pervade their rituals. Core to this is the dogma that if you want something from the universe, you must sacrifice something to the universe to maintain the balance. Nothing can ever be received without something first being given. If you perform a sacrifice, your desires will always be satiated. The simplest example of the sacrificial balance is explained to the author went as this. Say you're one of these Eketh Null and you want your daughter's marriage to go well. You don't want problems, so you ask of your elders what you must do. You're told the appropriate sacrifice is, and then you perform it. In this case, it would be as simple as throwing some coins into lava, giving the metal back to the earth, sacrificing something important to you, right? But the requirement is always different, and you don't know what is expected of you until you ask. The more significant request, the more significant demand, and the more things of true value must be paid in blood. I was told of people removing fingers, toes, or even whole limbs. One farmer is reputed to have sacrificed his younger son. Another good question people have raised in regard to the Glenfathans: why do they allow such potentially violent, possibly dangerous groups to live on Glenfath? Why not force them out? Rumours are the Ethic Null are able to make from an ancient recipe unique war paint, apparently blood-laced, and they are the only people in the world that can. The Glenfathans, it is said, have come to believe this war paint provides tremendous advantage in combat, and the residence of Ethic Null in Twin Elms is predicated on the fair trade of the substance. Okay, fair enough. We'll have that. And the rest can go into our stash.
Not a problem.
Anything else here? Well, we have this. Very nice. We will take that. And over here, more books. We have The Light of the Dawn, Red Sarian Morality Play, Part 2, Compassion and Judgment. They walk back to the first location, leaving the starving man behind. They approach the injured man, who lifts his head and winces. A balm, a salve? Surely you know compassion. Surely you can spare anything, even your time, to help me. This man is injured and cannot help himself. He is certain to die if someone does not apply ointment and bandages to his wounds. Such compassion could mean his life. You owe nothing to this man. Surely his injuries are the judgment of his god. He has been tried and found wanting. His punishment is nothing of your concern. What will you do? The man weighs his options, then kneels down beside the injured man. He administers ointment on the man's wounds and wraps a bandage around them. Bless you. May the compassion you show to those less fortunate be shown to you all your days. Why did you dress the wounds of the injured? I saw a man who was bent and broken. It is not for me to say he has no right to health, only to help heal if I am able. I have the time to give, so I give. If I can help a man's rebirth, it is my duty to do so. He knows compassion, even disguised as an injured man. His spirit is willing. Even those with willing spirit can refuse those in need. We will continue our journey. They walk to the center stage where the beggar, starving man, and injured man now stand. What say you three? What is the nature of this man's soul? I am charity. I know the mind of one who gives freely. This man is willing to give me his last coin. His mind is righteous. His soul is pure. I am generosity. I know the heart of one who withholds nothing from those in need. This man was willing to give me his last scrap of bread. His heart is giving. His soul is pure. I am compassion. I know the spirit of one who will sacrifice for the greater good. This man is willing to stay with a stranger and care for him in his time of need. His soul is merciful. His soul is pure. What say you, Magrin? The trial is complete. The judgment has been made. The decision is final. The man has shown charity, generosity, compassion to those in need. His soul will be reborn. What say you, Aethys? The judgment is final. Decision has been made. He turns to the man. Be on your way. Your soul's transformation has begun. Welcome to the light of the new dawn. Okay, we'll take it. Anything else here? Nope, just books. We're into books. I like books. Oh yeah, we're going alone. So we'll just head on. Just open that. Okay, I'm gonna quick save before we do this, just because it could go wrong. We're looking for a hidden chamber. Do we know anything about this? No. Okay.
Hey.
I know something about this. Oh. Oh. Anybody here? Whoop. Don't wanna get caught. Oh no. No. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, everybody, the jig is up. Get him. Get him. Okay, we got him, I think. Yeah. He healed. Oh no, he knocked back. Oh wow, he's a good fighter. Okay. Must be a paladin, I guess. Although he might have been a warrior looking at what he was doing, or a fighter. I forget which one it is. Okay.
Just say the word.
That hurt, but not a lot actually. We're fine. So we know that the hidden chamber is this way. Let's just go in it. Ooh. Okay.
I'll have this open
Let's
in
have
no
a-
time.
That'll
Have
do
a
it.
look. What's in here? A shield and a helmet. Well, we'll have them. Okay. While that's going on, could you just disable the trap? Okay. Everybody, attack the Raiment Guard. I need you to knock him over.
Hey.
Okay. Hope this wasn't meant to be a stealth mission. I mean, it was meant to be a stealth mission, but I hope that this isn't going to go badly for us. Okay. Grab that.
Ready when you are.
Back here. Disarm trap. You cannot disarm the trap. Do you want to trigger it? No.
Not a problem.
Given that we got time now, I want to send in Edier. Edier. Trigger the trap.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Not really.
Ready when you are.
I didn't really want to close the door. Okay. Okay. What we got here? We have the Heart of the White March. The Heart of the White March is a priceless jewel known for its pale glow and named after the equally famous mountain range where it was discovered. Jewels like this were once believed to attract dragons. We'll have that. I think we'll just hold on to that ourselves. Oh, it goes directly into our stash anyway. Okay. I mean, we have it. Does that do anything for our quest? Like, does, which one was that? 2-story job. No, we still have the letter.
Hey.
Okay. I say we leave the same way we came in, and then we go back in the front door. Climb down the rope, I think? Yeah. How do we climb down the vines? Okay. Also install this Adra here, which is pretty cool. I want a quick save and then go in the front door. Hello? Just want to chat with the Lord if he's in. Lord, are you in? Lord Raiment, hello.
God keep you.
Raiment holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the swallow complexion and the restless air of a man who devotes all his days and nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. I've uncovered a plot to rob you. He lowers his papers and looks at you for the first time. Is that so? Let me see it. Oh, we lose our Heart of the White March? He scans the parchment with the speed of an expert clerk. He turns his attention to you, his tone is brisk and businesslike. You've done this house and the city a great service. I'm certain you will consider this an adequate reward for your labours. You know what? I don't think that's what we would do. If that's the way it ends, I don't think that's what we would do. I wanna reload the quick save. See, what I was hoping we could do is we could do both. We could go in there, we give him the letter, we get a reward from him, then we take the jewel away, and we give it to AD. But as we can't do that, we're gonna hold on to the jewel. It's ours, and we'll find AD later. Maybe. Okay. We got here a whole bunch of nobles, so much more nobles. Fine, fine. A barrel with some sugar in it. We'll take the sugar barrel. There isn't so much as a spot on these oranges. Oh, okay. So a richer area is what we're meant to get from that, I think. Or it's a very clean set of oranges. I want to look at this, if possible, but it's not letting us. The marble is cool and perfectly smooth. Droplets of crystal clear water bead the statues. Oh, I'm less interested. So this is Hadret's house. Okay, let's go in. Hello? Anybody home? Dunrid agent, Dunrid agent. Dunrid agent. Maybe I don't know who Hadret was. Curran? A link, yes, I'm certain of it. In fact, you know what? I'm almost certain I don't know who Hadret is. Hey, Curran.
Welcome.
The Orland man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end. His ears perk up as you approach. You carry whispers! Cade Nua, Gilded Veil, old voices indeed. Oh, if we were a cipher, we'd know. How did you know? the Orlan grills revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. What can you tell me? His ears twitched downward. Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. Or it could be the Hadret House if this is just someone working for, like, Lady Webb. Or... Oh, wait, this is Dunred Row? Oh. Oh. Oh, that was where I heard it from. Oh, okay. Now I know where we are. What are you so busy with? His small furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn, growing unrest, the ever-present political intrigues. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concerns these days. Tell me more about your skills. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. In Erdlen Faf were once known as Brishwiglin, Mind Hunters. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world. Tracing souls, we can look at a person, see where they have been, or look at a weapon, see who has touched it. His nose twitches at you. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Looks as though you could use some help. Curran wags a clawed finger. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunred Row ears only. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. Okay. So Hadret House must have been something I heard when we were talking about Lady Webb. So wait, what's Buried Secrets? I was just wondering why that was highlighted. It was just a bug. Okay. Lady Webb is from a Rogue Knight? No. Voice of the Past? No. Far From Home? No. Lady Webb. We definitely heard something about this Dunred Row place. I just want to see which one it was. I don't know. So Long Hunt maybe? Can't be far from a big city. Maybe. I'm sure I heard it. Rogue Knight. This one is Frost is Fire's Keep. Oh, Call to Court? No. Maybe we didn't get an actual quest about this, but I definitely heard about Dunred Row. Yeah. Okay, what's this? Some of these vintages are older than Defiance Bay. Okay, so rich person lives here. Okay. Anything else going on? Dunred agents. These notes are either written code or the author's handwriting is atrocious. Okay. What's back here? More Dunred agents. Dunred agents. Fixed to the wall leads in a case involving apparently a caravan that disappeared en route to New Hamor. Is that our caravan? Maybe I'm not wrong with Hadret. I think I am. Like, I don't know. Let's go up here. Anybody here? Notes are scribbled in cryptic shorthand. Nobody over here. Is there anybody to talk to in this building? Dunred agents. Dunred agent, Dunred agent, Dunred agent, Dunred agent, Dunred agent. Okay, doors. Hello? You appear to be guarding the door. If Lady Webb wants to see you, she'll send for you. Ah. Well, goodbye. Honestly, I feel like we wasted our time a little bit here. Sanitarium's the last place to go here. Just hear me out. With this procedure, our soul would be more or less intact. More or less. More or less, is that how you plan on presenting your idea to the Ethelmore? Why? Not good? Interested to hear the next part. Not good. Oh, that's it. Nedden, who are you?
Hail and well met.
A woman stands in the shade of a guard, muttering to herself. She's fixated on the pages of a large, well-worn tome, seeming oblivious to the blooming flowers and cool, fragrant breeze. She looks up when your shadow crosses her page. Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? As she snaps the book shut. I'm studying soul attachment. We all know souls move into people at birth and move out of them at death. We have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean about making them stick? She brushes a stray lock from her forehead. Souls powers bodies and gives their tissue life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's the separation that leads to a whole spate of soul-related ailments, including the hollowborn. But if we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Waidwin's legacy. Maybe even conquer death. She scratches behind her ear. That's the theory anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the research I need to put that into practice. Do you need that book I got? What exactly do you need? It's a manuscript called The Theorems of Pangrim. It contains research from Pangrim's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumoured to have a copy in the Elder Archives.
Pangrim's work is considered one of the more, daring animancy texts. Not something generally circulated among novices, nor easy to get hold of. I wonder if we might have a peek at it.
The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, High Archivist, worships Whale, means she has some paradoxical views on sharing restricting knowledge, and since she's not exactly a proponent of animancy, she claims to restrict this kind of information that would be useful to me. I'm sorry to hear that. She sighs. Look at me spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen. I should really get back to my work. Anything else? I have questions before I give you this very dangerous text that I am going to give you. Tell me about yourself. I'm an animancer at the sanitarium. Currently I'm researching matters related to Waidwin's legacy. Waidwin's legacy? Waidwin's legacy refers to the hollowborn children in Dyrwood in the recent years. Some have also connected it to so-called bailiwicks that blow through Eord Lenfath. There's hardly any reliable data on those though, so I can't really comment. She sniffs. I don't care much for the term Waidwin's legacy. It reeks of superstition. It's too prevalent to change at this point. Personally, I'd like people to see it take more methodical approach to these matters rather than having to throw up their hands and blaming the gods.
I don't think Dyrwoodians would see too much fun in that.
I have some questions about the theorems. Such as? Tell me about them. Pangrim was an animancer working in Dyrwood. There's some interesting theories about essence and rather some innovative techniques for studying it. He was able to reattach souls to bodies after death, although he wasn't able to prevent his patients from degenerating. He was controversial to say the least, but there are many starting to realise he was merely ahead of his time. What do you mean by degenerating? Nedwin twists her hands together. Well, see, there's the tiny problem with reattaching souls to death. The bodies will reanimate, and even if they retain their memories and personalities, they develop hunger for flesh. Living, soul-infused flesh. Without it, they start to devolve, decaying mentally and physically. If the process goes too far, which it eventually does, they become mindless corpses attacking anything that moves. We haven't figured out how to avoid that. And you wonder why Grimoire won't share this research with you. Now, the fact that Aloth has spoken up gives me more theories about what's happened with him. Now, we were thinking it might be a previous life that Aloth was remembering, like the Watcher. What if it's not a previous life? What if he has had another soul just, like, attached to him? That could be weird. I don't know. Could be something like that. I'm interested. I want to know what's going on with him. Anyway, that sounds dangerous. Of course it is, but every great discovery carries years of trial and error. This is why we need research of people like Pangrim to help us turn these failures into something useful. Why doesn't Grimda lend you the books you need? The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rather protective of its books, especially the rare ones, and Grimda in particular, she hates animancy, thinks it's dangerous. I don't see how you could run the greatest library in the Dyrwood and be so adverse to the spread of knowledge and research. I've never understood those religious types. Aloft scowls at the animancer. Some knowledge is best kept under lock and key. Oh, I'm definitely feeling the connection here. I'd like to know about the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. You'll find it in the Copper Lane district. It's dedicated to the God of Secrets and Revelations. Most importantly, it houses the largest and most expansive library in all of the Dyrwood. Well, that settles it. We must simply go and see it again, right? What are the Elder Archives? The Elder Archives hold the rarest, most arcane, most powerful texts in Dyrwood. Think of it as the inner sanctum of the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Needless to say, you need Grimdar's permission to enter. Okay. Let's go back to, before we do this incredibly stupid thing that's going to annoy Loth, let's go back to the base of the character. We are curious. We like to know secrets. We like to know everything we can. That's why we went and stole that gem, because we want to know who AD is. We don't like having a mystery that that isn't solved. We're generally a good person. We're not an awful person. We know this is probably a bad thing in the grand scheme of things. But we want to know. We want to know more about this. This is a mystery of the legacy. She thinks that she has a solution. So we're going to give her the theorem. In the theory, the theory is that she will then give us some more information about it. She's going to tell us more. She's going to find out something. And that we can actually learn more. And that's what we're after. You'll never believe what I found. You, Lady of the Lament, you actually found it! Nedden cradles the musty tome like a newborn. I can't believe it. It really exists. She looks back at you. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She almost turns to the book, but at the last moment she remembers herself and gives you a big bag of coins. That's a lot of coins. Is that all? Ah, of course. She pulls the ring from her finger. It might not look like much, but I've always been able to use this ring to generate a little extra money when I was between stipends. It's critical for someone doing research without the benefit of a wealthy patron. She smiles weakly and hands it to you. Please take it. You've certainly given me a resource I couldn't have found on my own. I'll leave you alone then. Farewell. Aha. We have finished that quest. We did it and finished it all in one section. So it's going to give us the next pop-up saying quest completed. So we've got a ring of eternal funding. It just gives you +5 copper whenever you get copper. That's my guess. It just says +5 copper. I guess we'll put it on. We also got the hood, the footpads hood. Stealthy. Oh, it gives you stealth and perception. Oh, well, goodbye hat. Hello, hood. Who gets the hat now? We're going back into stealth. We're kind of like stealthy night mode. Who gets the hat? You could use a hat because your hate. Oh, that's your current hat is awful, but it gives you intellect. Well, as you already have a hat and it's very stylish, I guess we'll have to see if the hat suits Sagini. Oh, that does not suit her at all. But I think I could see her being convinced that this is the fashion of the land. Yeah, I like it. It's like, no, everybody's wearing these hats nowadays. It's just the fashion. She's like, oh, okay, I don't really get it. But I want to fit in.
Hey.
Okay, well, we have one last place to go, which is the sanitarium. Let's go to it. Let's go to it now. I don't think it'll take too long. We already did a quest here. Showering windows are reinforced with iron bars and double thickness of glass. Yeah, okay, same on both sides. Okay, we got some guards.
I'll see what I can find.
I was just seeing if we found anything by sneaking straight away. Got some more Kickstarter ones. Oh, we can apparently just take things here. Warden, an animancer has come to... Oh, right, so we can talk to the statue. Okay, interesting. We might do that. Let's have a look over here. So we've got... Table is set with an assortment of leaflets and booklets with titles like Practical Benefits of Animancy and Soul Adjustments for the Well-Adjusted Soul. Okay, we got Most Unfortunate Tale of Favia and Burnett. We've already read it. Oh. What have we got here? We have Nastic Poetry. Already read it. Afraid. This man's soul was torn asunder by a bailiwick. Who, me? No. Oh no, that's the person whose soul was got by a bailiwick. The animator placed a small stone upon the patient's forehead. Okay. A portion of his soul was recovered near his body. We used a stone as a vessel for transfer. Can you hear me, Oswin? Okay, so he's giving a lesson. This table is... Oh, okay, it's got the same kind of stuff. I actually just want to see if he has anything to say, or is he just going to go over the procedure? He just goes over the procedure. Okay. Books. We've already read that one. We'll take it anyway. We can talk to the statue, the head warden. Okay. We'll have a look at the book, see if there's any we haven't read. Psalm to Woodacott. I think we've read that. Although if we haven't, that's fine. Yeah. This one. Midwife's Memoirs. We have not read this one. We're going to keep that for next time. We're going to keep a couple of books for next time, just because we're getting near the end of this episode, and I'd like to know what's going on with this place right now. It looks like field sketches of Gwethan ruins and artifacts. Okay. This one we've got Edier Customs. I don't think we've read that one, so we'll take that one as well. Let's leave them on Durance so we remember. And we'll read them all at a point. And then we've got Painting of Rolling Forest Glen. Okay. Let's talk to the statue. A well-maintained statue of middle-aged man presides over the room, looking down unblinkingly over the bustle of harried academics pestered by the hopeful desperate. A strong warmth emanates from it so that you can sense from across the room. There is a human soul stored beneath the stonework. You feel its attention turned towards you. It has been some time since a watcher has graced these halls. His voice It has been some time since a watcher graced these halls. His voice echoes deeply, rumbling the floor beneath you. I am envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped my work in life. Now what has brought you to my sanitarium? I'm curious about you. In the statue, you mean? Well, he laughs. I was old, and it seemed wrong to me, a lifetime spent in pursuit of discovery only to lose it all in death. Somewhere, someday, I would wake in a new body, none the wiser to pursue a different course entirely. All that experience wasted. And if we are ever to unearth the principles behind our existence, it'll be in spite of our condition, I'm quite sure. To live on as part of something I helped build seemed a better legacy than what nature had in store. The transfer itself was quite simple as our techniques go, and for that I am grateful. Playing with souls is far easier to accept when they are not your own. I do miss being able to take an active role in scholarly efforts here. Now and again, one of our animancers will humor me and consult over some problem, but they are a jealous breed and are too often afraid to collaborate. If you're considering it yourself, I can tell you that it isn't for the easily bored. Tell me about the sanitarium. A history lesson. That is a rare pleasure. Most come in here only concerned with cheating death one way or another. We're an old institution as Dyrwood goes. This is our 94th year, and with cities and Growth Defiance Bay brought it with a host of problems. One of the worst was that of those born with, shall we say, ill-favoured souls, come to populated streets in droves, thus the sanitarium. Brackenbury was a natural fit. It was growing, but there was also a lot of money here back then. This place owes its survival to the curiosities of the wealthy more than anything, I think. Our founding came at a time of great suspicion in animancy, much like today. So much progress has been lost to the mishaps of a few careless practitioners. But in time it was forgotten, as all things are. Since then we have been at the forefront of animancy's resurgence. We have played host to many gifted researchers and pushed the boundaries of our knowledge in ways never thought possible. Some of the first safe transferences were done here. We have pioneered work in soul purification, lineage analysis, preservation. It's really quite a list, if you'll pardon my pride. Today I can't say it's exactly the same. It's been hard. There's been some push to shut us down. It comes from Dyrwood's more excitable, this word always gets me, Desians? I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, those minds who are always more passionate than thoughtful, I'm afraid. People see this legacy. They see it involves something that they don't understand. It's natural for them to suspect people whose understanding exceeds theirs. It looks to them like we're hiding something. We have a representative in place at this very moment defending the entire science of animancy,
and a hearing before the Duke. Absurd as it sounds, if it does not go well, it could be the end of animancy in Dyrwood. I fear Avar might be swayed by this unrest, irrational as it may be. We shall see.
Okay. I thought the statue would have more for us, but we'll go downstairs, see if there's anything else. Okay. Says that it might be a combat area? I just want to have a look around. If we get asked to leave, we get asked to leave, but I don't think we're not going to sneak or anything. Belisage. What's this? Strange device seems to thrum with power.
Hail, traveler.
A woman paces back and forth, her feet crushing on the soft red carpet. She gestureless mumbles to herself, shaking her head as she pores over the pages of notes. She almost walks onto you. Ikasi, here I am looking so hard for answers to my research, but I do not see the kith standing in front of me. What can I do? What do you do here? According to my research grants, I study awakening. So, sublimating pre-awakened souls has been one of Animancy's greatest successes, and I'm working on a method to replicate the process on awakened souls. She nods at her lip. But the truth of it is I find few suitable subjects here. Raduin's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. I fear I'll turn to Rivia with nothing to show for my efforts. I'm awakened. I've been recalling flashes of past life. She scratches her chin. Most interesting, but not the kind of awakening I can study, I'm afraid. I need someone whose awakened soul can be triggered with predictable stimuli. Souls such as these tend to manifest as alternate personas in a host. Oh my god, it's a Loth. She gives you a broad, if strange smile. But thank you for the offer. Is there something else you need? It's a Loth. A Loth? Oh, okay. We need something to get that to trigger. Maybe if we ask about the Valian Republic, something will trigger with them. This strange and respected field. Even the Brestlick incident did little slow it, she shrugs. People in the Republic are more accepting of risk, less superstitious, ready to try anything that shows promise. It's a shame so many here are hostile towards animancy. Or animancy also has potential to do great harm. I'm not sure if the benefits outweigh the dangers. And that's probably our best one. This is true of any great technology. You cut a man open to remove sick flesh, and there's a chance to kill him. Build a boat to explore a new land, and perhaps it sinks with you aboard. But surely these things make us better off, even though they sometimes fail. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, there's definitely something we can do with Haloth here, just not right now. Okay. Hello? Modred? Oh, well. Oh, we can just take stuff. In a corner of Modred's lab rests a large weather trunk. It seems to contain something important, if only virtue by its size. Oh, we'll leave it alone for just now. Hello, Modred. An animancer scribbles feverishly on a parchment scroll while his free hand dances through the air, counting off unseen objects. His lips move with silent discourse. As your shadow falls over his scroll, he looks up with you with mingled perplexity and irritation.
Greetings.
Can I help you? He forces a polite smile. What's he working on? My area of focus is witches, more specifically how to cure them. What's a witch? A hollowborn who received a transplanted animal soul during infancy. One of Animancy's early efforts to cure the legacy, if not a successful one. He removes his spectacles and wipes his brow. They show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood. When they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral, but still victims in need of care. Transplanting animal souls into children seems like an odd solution. We Animancers were trying to do something about the crisis, better than letting it swallow generations of children. He stares at a fixed point on the far wall, and despite the controversy, it only went so far because at first it seemed to work. People called it the salvation. Children that had never been responsive to any kind of stimuli suddenly seemed aware of their surroundings, of their families. He takes a slow breath. The complications don't begin until puberty. That's when most of the incompatibilities between the body and soul take shape. Children become violent, ravenous. But we paid dearly for our mistakes, I promise you. Angry mobs hunted down animancers and burned down their homes, with them still alive often as not. People took to calling it the cruel salvation, and many still loathe us for it. But we wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone. The public begged us for our help, and we did the best we could. I don't know if that absolves us. Why do you study witches? He huffs. What kind of question is that? You think the families that could be healed, the lives that could be restored, what could be more important? His face is reddened as he turns away from you for a moment. He shakes his head. Animancy has an answer here. I know it. It's simply a matter of working it out. Okay. Good. Let's go. Be quick about it. Don't touch anything. Sanitarium has a lax visitor policy, but I don't. Well, I'm so curious. I have to know what's in the box. Open the trunk. As the heavy lock holds the trunk shut, it's too sturdy to break and the mechanism looks too complicated to pick. You'll need the key. Let's examine it. Lack of dust on the trunk's surface and long scratches in the tile floor suggest the trunk had been more frequently used and moved throughout the laboratory despite its considerable size. Deep yet narrow gouges score the wood at the edge of the trunk. They look like claw marks. You think there's a witch in there? No. We'll leave the trunk alone.
I'll go on ahead.
Yeah, we're not invisible.
Ready when you are.
Might be, though, if we go back in there. Okay.
Not a problem.
Are we going to get noticed instantly? Nope, don't care. I was seeing if he had a thing on him. Like, if he had a key.
Hey.
He doesn't have a key, I don't care.
I'm on the trail.
Okay. We're not allowed through there. Not allowed in there. We are allowed in here. Well, I assume we're not allowed in there. It's locked. Sometimes we get people in here trying to make trouble for the animancers. Oh, okay. What's this? Edges of the cage are dented and scored with claw marks. Yeah, he must have a witch in here somewhere. Anyway, I think this is going to be a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.